Hey everyone, and thank you for clicking on this video in the first place. This is a short clip taken out of a full podcast episode that has been recently uploaded. If you want to see that full episode, I'm going to put it in a card in the top right of your screen right there, as there's a lot more talked about than just this short clip in the podcast episode. So I highly recommend you watch it. I highly recommend you subscribe so you never miss a full episode or clip if you prefer to watch the clips rather than the full hour to hour and a half long episodes. Anyways, I hope you enjoy it. And again, thank you for clicking on it in the first place. How do you go about conversations where you fundamentally disagree with someone? Because I know it's very easy to go into those conversations with a combative mindset and you want to argue. And I don't know if you do, but that's how I feel sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I already know what I believe, and but I know it's always good to have those conversations with people, even if you aren't going to agree on anything. How do you go about making that a productive conversation anyway?
It's war. You know what I mean? It's war, bro. I go in and try to win, dog. No, it's tough, right? It definitely depends on your audience, and I think that's definitely going to be a main key tonight when we're talking about this kind of stuff, right? Like if I don't agree with you, I think that conversation is going to go a lot better than if I don't agree with my girlfriend, right? Because there's certain things that like me and my girlfriend need to agree on, and if we don't, then it's like, oh boy, like this conversation is probably not going to be that fun, you know? If me and you have a disagreement on something, then like, unless it's like work related, then it's going to be more of a fun conversation than anything, right? But yeah, definitely like for work and for business to like go into a conversation where you don't agree, it's going to be tough because there's going to be emotion involved, I'm sure, especially, you know, business, relationships, stuff like that. When you have kids, I'm sure. I don't have kids, but I'm sure, you know, on how to raise your kids, those conversations when you don't agree with the person that you're raising them with, I'm sure those conversations aren't easy, but you really got to go into it with an open mind. And this is something that I've really, really been trying to work on this year because, like, for business, it's pretty easy. You know, I have really good people around me in business, but, like, I'm in a relationship, you know, with a girl that I've been with for 7 years. And from, you know, I started dating her when I was like 18 and now I'm 25. And it's like the amount I've changed from 18 to 25 is more than I changed from 0 to 18, I feel like, you know what I mean? So, and then same with her. So, you know, we're trying to figure out a future and the way of life that we each, so it's difficult. And I actually went to your dad earlier this year and I had texted him. I was at the gym one day and I texted him and I was like, I feel like I'm doing something right, and she's telling me that it's not right, but I'm doing it for her. Like I just don't understand how to understand her. You know what I mean? And you know, your dad's a good person, where it's like I feel like he is always pretty confident in the way that he does things and the decisions that he makes. He's always very confident in the decisions that he makes, and so that's why I went to him for that advice. And you know, he gave me some good advice, and he ended up, you know, kind of just telling me that you need to be more understanding and have more of an open mind. Because for a while, especially, you know, as a kid, young punk, you know what I mean? I wasn't very open-minded and very strongly opinionated. That's kind of comes with hanging out with Murph, too, a little bit. But, so yeah, and he ended up telling me to go to that group, which isn't something I would normally do, but that was kind of like, this is the first step. I got to be like, you know what? I got to be a little more open-minded, like mine as well, you know? Mm-hmm. And it's actually changed me to the point where, like, I definitely like the person I've become because of that. But it's still something that every day I work on to try to be more understanding. Especially, you know, you have a girlfriend, more than likely, like, she's going to strike a different nerve that kind of gets you fired up a little bit faster than somebody like you would. But
oh yeah,
it's hard to control those emotions, but you got to try to keep emotions out of it.
Yeah, it's hard with trying to help someone else because often they have an idea of what they think is best for them, what they want you to do for them. And then when that goes against what you think is best for them, it's like, what do you do? It's hard to figure that out. And you did mention that it's hard to like get to know her and really know what she wants and stuff. But Peterson in this entire chapter was basically saying, like, if you listen to people, like truly listen to people, they'll tell you everything about them, all of their issues. And so if you want to do the best for someone, you really need to listen to them.